For the next release, we're going to be focusing on the Pectoralis Major. The pecs themselves are highly influential on the upper body. When you start tightening the hip flexors along that anterior chain, you're going to begin to get tightness in the Pectoralis Major region, and eventually what you may end up with are kind of like slumped shoulders that draw forward in this fashion. This isn't always the case. Some people have retracted pecs, and that is a separate dysfunction. But on a general basis, what you'll find is that if somebody's sitting at a desk for extended periods and they're sitting in a hip flex position and they end up with a hyperextended set of hips, the shoulders might tend to droop forward. But never mind that, even if you're sitting at the desk directly and you're typing, or if you're on your phone, in general, these tissues right here are going to tend to get in a fairly shortened position. And if they're constantly in that shortened position, that can wreak havoc on the shoulder joint itself. It can wreak havoc on the neck, just simply because you're always creating this anterior pressure on the neck, and that can be problematic for certain individuals. It has a lot to do with overhead mobility. If you have really, really tight, restrictive pecs, bringing your hands up above your head tend to be pretty laborious. And even just painful overall. So this is a very, very important muscle to get into release, just simply because it influences so many parts. I would call the pecs the gluteus maximus of the upper body. So if the glutes are the most fundamental muscle of the lower body, the pecs are quite possibly, along with the lats, the most fundamental muscles of the upper body. So these regions I would classify as almost being like the glutes and possibly the adductors of the lower body, but except it's on the upper body. So a really fundamental place. You want to make sure that they're nice and hydrated. If you have good hydrated pecs that can activate and really drive you through functions, you're going to move better on a general basis all the time. So the way that we're going to apply this, simply we're going to be laying down face down, like so. I'm going to turn my leg out on my right side, kind of like that same fire hydrant position in the lower body, and then from there I'm going to extend out my arm in the way I'm doing right now. And simply put, what I'm going to be doing is trying to aim at about a 45-degree angle onto the ball here. So if you can think about releasing the pecs, try not thinking about releasing the breast one. I mean you can, and the medicine ball is really good for that. But what I would say is trying to release not the pec muscles in the center, but right here, more close to the armpit, right where that insertion point is onto the humerus. So it'll be about right here on that outer region. And then from there, what we'll do is extend the body out like I'm doing, or extend the arm out like I'm doing right now, so I can create length. I can even, if instead of going with the fire hydrant thing over there, I might switch it to the other side and then really get some length on that pec major. So you can go either way. You can go this way. That'll be easier to get started with, but if you go on the other side, then you'll get a substantial amount of pressure onto that pec, and that will probably be more of the progressive variation, or the progressed variation of doing this release. And again, try not to slide off of that point. It's very easy to slide off on certain muscles, and the pec major is also one of them. The good thing about a medicine ball is that it's so big that it's hard to kind of slip off of that strand where the pec major is, but still be mindful of that. Make sure you don't slide off the tissue to one side or the other. So keep that pressure constant. This one might hurt quite a bit, so if you do feel like there's a bit of pain and you need to relinquish the pressure, you can use your right hand, and the way I am right here, use the right hand to kind of take the pressure off of the ball. But in general, if you can take the pressure, just kind of keep going with it. Make sure you do it for a good 2 to 5 minutes. You'll be good to go. And one more thing to keep in mind before we close this week out is I'm going to have a follow-along video with this. I think each one of them should be somewhere around an hour in length, where you guys will follow along with me with each one of these techniques. Right now, this is strictly informational. That's what this week is going to be. That's what these first 3 weeks in general are going to be. I'm just trying to inform you guys as to what's going to be going on in terms of the releases, why you're doing them, where the releases need to be made. So this is all educational. Then we'll actually have the application aspects of the releases as well, where you'll be actually following along with me. And eventually, the whole point would be that you guys just have a timer at home, and you just follow the timer. You find that quiet space, find the quiet time away from everything, and then you just do the stuff on your own. So the idea is really to become independent from me, and then just come back to me whenever you need me. If you need like a reboot on the information or on the application specifically, this video is simply here just to kind of get the ball rolling on you guys, essentially taking the guesswork out of taking care of your body. Anyway, that was week 1, and I will see you guys the following week. Take care.